right. Welcome everyone to the Consumer Affairs Committee meeting for Community Board 1 in Queens. Thank you for coming out tonight, the members of the committee, the owners and managers of the establishments, and any members of the public who are here. Let's see. So first off, let's figure something out. At the top of our agenda, we have a review of the liquor license application for La Macarena Corp. And it now seems that there may be some dispute as to who is actually representing them. Florence, you say that the most recent application you got is from someone named Sam, correct?
Mr. Sam Park sent in a 30-day notification to the office after Aurelia had sent one. They were sent a week apart. Aurelia's was sent first, and Mr. Park was sent second. Our office followed up with Mr. Park by telephone, and we informed him of the meeting, sent all of the information to him. We also told him that we needed to speak with the client. The client never called our office. So as far as we're concerned in the office, technically with the State Liquor Authority, Mr. Park is representing them.
Okay, Aurelia, were you under the impression that you were representing them? Did they let you know that you were no longer doing it?
Well, I mean, guys, we're talking like the owner is not on the line. Ask the owner if he says Park is not representing him, then Park is not representing him. Park had started the application process. I think his came after mine because that's the reason he was changed, because of the delays in his office in processing the application. We took it over. We handed it Florence everything she needed. And as far as I know, I am the representative on this, unless the owner who is on the line says anything different.
Okay.
And we've been in communication about this application. We submitted in the stipulations, and Park is no longer involved in this application. So either his office is very confused or there's just a miscommunication here, but I am handling this application. And just Florence, sometimes representatives send other representatives to represent the applicant. In this case, it was just a little confused with Park. I don't know what's happening with him, but he's off this application.
Okay, who is the owner? And the owner is on the line?
Yes, I'm the owner. Christian Gallen. Hi, guys.
Okay, who is representing you?
Ariel is. Ariel
is, and Sam is not.
No, he started with us, and because of all the delay, we started using Ariel's.
Okay. All right, then we have the owner who has identified Aurelia as the person who is working with him. So as far as I'm concerned, we have the owner and a rep here. Marie, you had a question. You were raising your hand, I noticed. Marie Torniali.
Yes, I'm right here, Kathleen. I was just going to ask if the owner was there so we could straighten this out. But you took care of that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right then, since the owner and rep are here, we need to discuss the review of the liquor license application for La Macarena, which, as far as we have heard, is currently serving alcohol without a current liquor license and is also serving hookah without a smoking license. Was looking at the social media and seeing things like this Friday we drink heavy, girls drink free till 1 a.m. Don't miss out on the hardest party is here. So, first of all, do you have an actual liquor license right now for La Macarena?
He has a license. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
He's in the process of purchasing the the location from the other owner. The other owner is still there. We are in the process of just getting pre-qualified for the liquor license by the community board, we already put in the application, but we're waiting right now until we're not even processed yet.
But can you see how this is something that's kind of disturbing, that the owner himself does not have the actual liquor license? It belongs to the previous owners, and there's a lot of...
Madam Chair?
Yes?
Not to be disrespectful, as you know, we do all the clerical work.
Yes.
The license for the last business was revoked. The other entity has no license. This entity does not have a license.
Thank
They
you.
had
for
a
that, Lawrence.
they had an event last week without a liquor license. There is no hookah license with health department. There are no new licenses in New York for hookah.
Correct.
Okay, so this is a problem. There is no liquor license. There is drinking going on. There is no hookah license. Hookah is being both sold and given away
is-
free.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is news to me because he's not, we don't have, we're just processing our application. So either this is attributable to the old owner there because he's not open and operable.
It was open last weekend, Aurelia.
No, but what I mean is he's not operating this business. We don't have a liquor license yet.
He was operating the business last weekend. It was advertised with palm cards. He was open last weekend, Aurelia.
The applicant, we can ask the applicant on this app. This is news to me. I'm sorry, ladies.
I
Yeah.
have his palm cards, Aurelia.
What is
And
that?
there is also on the social media for La Macarena for tomorrow evening, 2 for 1 on everything until 12 a.m. Yes, everything. Hookah drinks and pure candle on the dance floor. So there's a club called La Macarena in Astoria that has an ad out for drinking in a place that doesn't have a liquor license. This is kind of huge.
At
It's a
the
very-
address, with the address listed.
Okay, the address listed is, hold on, I'm going right to their page.
It's their address, Madam
Astoria
Chair.
Boulevard. So it is listed as 3329 Astoria Boulevard. Opening hours are listed as Thursday through Sunday, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. They have 21,000 followers and have made 622 posts.
This isn't me.
Well, who is it then?
No idea.
622 posts.
It's your name, it's your address, it's your business.
Okay. Yeah, so this is something that's extremely disturbing and also absolutely not the model for businesses that we want in Astoria. May I ask if the 114th has heard anything about this and if there's any feedback that they have?
This is the first I'm hearing about that they didn't have a license. I know they've been closed for a while, but we will definitely keep an eye on this, especially if there's going to be something going on tomorrow. And if they're open with no license, they will get a business inspection, obviously.
And 622 posts. He hasn't even been at the, you know how to do 622 posts? You can't, sometimes you can't even, that's 2 posts a day. That's not them.
Some
That's a
people do
year
that.
long of posts. So we have to examine, Chris, you're gonna have to examine call the landlord and see what's happening. This is
Through
not
the
him.
chair,
Yes.
Madam Chair, the fire department was out there yesterday and met with the owners. So they are fully
Who did they
aware
meet with then?
Yeah.
yesterday. So they even told the fire department that the guests brought their own hookah, which is unbelievable because the palm cards and the advertisements on social media advertise the hookah.
Free hookah all night and ladies' night till 1 a.m. They drink free. That's for this evening. That is tonight's post.
Precisely.
Mr.
Don't miss
Gallon,
out, the hardest party is here.
Mr. Gallon, was this you?
Yeah, I was there with the fire department. I never said anything about hookah. We said we do not sell hookah. We were actually doing construction in the premises, and I specifically told the fire department that we are not open yet.
That's not accurate.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
and there's stuff being from last week, April 5th, April 3rd, March 29th. So this club has been open for some time, and based on the records of our community board, does not have a current liquor license. So I need to know an explanation of what's going on, because otherwise it appears you were operating without a liquor license or without a hookah license, and you're giving away hookah tonight.
Can we revisit this next month? I have to speak to the precinct and have to speak to FDNY to see if it was him. I don't think, he's saying it's not him, so we have to see what's happening there.
Well, there's definitely something that needs to be investigated, and at this
Yeah.
point, I'm
Yeah.
extremely concerned about what is going on there, who is in charge of it, and how much, if any of it, is legal.
Me too.
Okay, so I don't think it's going to do us any good to keep on pulling up all of the things that you're advertising for this week and next week, but I will have a discussion with the committee and we will have a recommendation to the board next week at our monthly meeting.
Well, we're withdrawing this application, ladies, until we see what's happening here. And we'll re-notify Community Board 1 once we have it.
Okay, and I would thank the people at the one.
Thank you for taking the time.
Due diligence.
Aurelia, I'll need an email stating it's withdrawn.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. Sorry about that.
Okay, and I'm sure that the people at the 114th would not care to have basically just open partying.
No, of course.
Yeah. so-
Aurelia, you'll have one more applicant you have to stay for, so please don't leave.
If Vario, I've tried to reach the owner and he's not picking up. We've been trying all day. I don't know if he has an emergency. I don't know. He's not responding. So I'm gonna have to withdraw this application and bring it on next month.
Okay, both of them, or?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, because Barrio, now operating as something else, you also may remember, was problematic with their outdoor dining, and while they're looking.
They've
for-
changed all of that, ladies. They're not, they've removed the speakers from outside. They've changed their method of operation. You're not gonna have a problem with this establishment because they understand that they will lose their license if they behave in this manner. So I could take the meeting for him because we had an
I
extensive
will
conversation.
just as soon have the owner here.
Okay, that's perfect.
That-
So
that
can we
would be
bring it up
better
for next
because-
month?
You can say things because you represent them and they tell
No,
you
of course.
something, but when the owner is here, sometimes the owners don't give a complete picture of what we
Okay.
know is going on.
No problem. I'll have him here next month. Thank you for being so gracious, and I'm sorry to have taken the committee's time.
Okay, well, this is good that we were able to get this out in the open, so we appreciate that.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. So yes, see, is there anyone else who would care to add anything or ask a question about La Macarena, which is at 3329 Astoria Boulevard? If you were wondering where I was getting my quotes from, this is it is directly from their current Instagram, and the dates are this week and next week. Okay. All right. Great. So now we're moving on to the review of outdoor dining applications. And I know that we have a lot of people here, and Figlia, or is it Figlia?
It's Philia, the G silent.
Figlia. Okay. Well, so have you been doing outdoor dining before they started this whole process of having you apply?
I've used outdoor dining in my restaurants when I had them in the city. We've only been for 2 years over here, so we just applied in the proper way. So I'm very with outdoor dining from previous experiences.
So you're on 31st Street around 23rd Avenue. So you only have 5 tables and 10 chairs.
Yeah.
You feel like that's what you're going to stick with. That's going to be how you work it.
We can't have any more. It's just the frontage of the restaurant. There is a basement door. There is a bank next to us. So that's about it. You know, it's mostly for visibility and a few guests outside.
And you did the whole process, which is the city now has, which it instituted last year.
Yep.
And did you find that you were able to follow what was going on and how they were putting it together? Is there any hardship for you or any questions that you would like to ask us to pass back on to the city?
I mean, it was a little cumbersome in the beginning, but I think at this point, we're at the stage where, the review of the plans is being done, it's completed. It was just sent to community board for a review, and the next step would be just what they call the conditional approval.
Okay.
Till they get the workers' comp insurance, etc.
Yes, well, I was seeing how that the city has thousands of these outdoor dining applications since they just instituted the process, not over maybe a year ago or so. So we understand, and I think that the people in Astoria, especially the ones who have been doing this for a while, can follow what they're doing and make sure that everything will be the way it's supposed to be, and that sidewalk dining is going to be fine. And for the roadway dining, everybody understands that you don't have a shed anymore and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Okay, well, thank you very much. That's really all we wanted to do, was to say hi and check out how it's going with you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Andy, yes. You did miss that we had La Macarena in, and they quickly withdrew their application.
I was here from the beginning. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you. Okay. So
Thank
now, Stamatis, are you in the house?
Yes, hello.
I see you. Okay, the very famous Stamatis restaurant. You've got actually
Yes.
two of these. Is this two different frontages? You have 8 tables, 16 chairs, and 4
Sure.
tables, 10 chairs.
No, it's one frontage.
Okay,
We have both the sidewalk and the street.
I
We
see.
had applied for.
Okay, and did you understand all the process that the city is now requiring people to do?
Yes, we had
And
also,
you've presumably been doing that for a while anyway.
yeah, a few years. So we also set it up last year for these specifications because we knew we were gonna have to build it again. So
Okay, do you have any questions for us? Is there anything that we could pass back on to the city? Because as we know, it's going to be a long process before everybody gets approved. And we just want to make sure that you know what the regulations are and can handle them.
question. I do have two questions. One was we are as of April 1st, since our application is in to serve outside. Is that correct?
You are what?
Are we allowed to serve to use it, the sidewalk and street cafe?
Sidewalk, yes, and street as of the 1st of April. Though right now I'm sure people are wanting to dine indoors, but spring, I have heard, is definitely coming.
I hope so. And a second question, I had seen also something online that the app from the liquor authority, it hasn't been approved to serve liquor outside, wine and beer. Well, we don't have liquor, but wine and beer. Is that correct?
That part I do not know. Florence, do you know that?
Actually, I can tell you guys that, they're allowing 60 days from April 1st until these things get approved. So you're
Okay.
fine. You're
I
fine
could-
outside, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I couldn't quite hear that.
So the liquor authority has extended 60 days of grace period until the DOT finalizes all the sidewalks for establishments to serve liquor, wine, beer outside until the alteration application happens.
Oh,
Through the
thank you very much.
chair,
Yes?
the municipal application that I gave you as a sample this month, that's the application that I discussed with you on the phone
Mm-hmm.
about the cafes applying for liquor. It's called a municipal application. It's a regular 30-day notice, but it's specific to the outdoor dining in the street or the outdoor dining in the sidewalk. Any business can apply to serve alcohol at the cafe. As the gentleman said, there's a 60-day grace period to allow state liquor authority and DOT to coordinate their schedulings.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you. And I'm sorry, but what was the name of the form for the application?
Municipal, oh geez, I just forgot it. I just said it. Call the office tomorrow. I'll give you all the information so you can Google it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, Stamatis. I look forward to having some really good seafood soon.
Thank you very much. We'll be waiting.
Yeah. Okay, Oliver's, are you here?
Yes, that's me.
Hi,
Hi, how you doing?
we're doing well. And as you know, here we are. You've got 11 tables and 26 chairs. That's a lot for the street. Are you going to be able to fit that comfortably in and within the regulations established by the city?
Yes, 100%. The only thing is, it's actually in the plans we submitted, it's actually 13 tables and 26 chairs.
Okay. And you feel like you can fit them in the way that with the space that you're allowed and with the regulations about the barriers?
Yes, we're a corner place. We've had it since before COVID. We've had the sidewalk cafe license for 12 years. So.
Right, right. Yeah, the corner places, it is easier, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a lot of sidewalk.
Okay. And then do you have any feedback for us, or do you have any questions about the process that you feel like we could pass back to the city, or if there's things that you didn't understand during the process?
I don't think so. I mean, I wasn't understanding things, but I think they've clarified pretty much everything they needed to.
Good.
As long as we're at the 13 tables and 26 chairs, it's 2 at each. So just
Okay.
that was the only concern that I had.
Does anybody else have anything to add or to ask Oliver's? Okay, well, good. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Astoria Taco Factory, which is actually, I had dinner from there last night on 21st Street, 10 tables, 20 chairs. I believe you are also a corner property? Astoria Taco Factory? Y'all here? Well, I don't see them. But yeah, I literally observed their tables outdoors as the bus went by tonight because I come on the bus down 21st Street. I mean, I can walk over there and just check it out, and if it looks like things aren't going the way that they need to, I can ask that they be invited in. So, okay, is Coffee Cloud here? Coffee Cloud. I know them. They are literally a block and a half from me. Last time I walked by, I believe they had a wooden barrier for the sidewalk. So once again, that's the sort of thing I will go up and check out. And if it is
Hello, this is Coffee Cloud. I'm sorry.
Coffee Cloud.
Yes.
Hi. So you've got roadway dining, 4 tables, 7 chairs. You feel like that's something that you're doing that fits with the way the city is making its requirements these days?
Yes. I actually think I can even make 8. My tables are too small, and the chairs too.
Okay, and that will be able to do that. Did you have any problems with the application? Was that clear enough for what you can and what you cannot do?
No, everything is clear. I have all the information.
Yes, I've often also been by there and love that you have the little dog biscuits. That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So anybody else have anything to mention to Coffee Cloud? Great, thank you for coming by, and I will be swinging by at a certain point for a latte.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
We're gonna with you. Thank you.
Okay, we're moving right along. Okay, I'm letting someone in. That's one of our dispensaries. Mosaic, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so there you are over on 24th Avenue. 6 tables, 8 chairs. Is that something you feel comfortable with and that it fits within the requirements of the city?
Yep.
Okay, and do you have anything that you would like to pass on to us or anything that wasn't clear in your application?
I had one question I typed in the chat box about applying for the SLA permit. Do we do that after we get approval from the community board, or should we be doing that now?
Lawrence?
Do you know?
Ansel, call me in the office tomorrow. I'll tell you the name of the form. You can do that right now.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're thrilled. Okay. And now we have Othello Deli also on 24th Avenue, 2619, with 4 tables and 16 chairs. So you're going to have four chairs per table. Are you
Correct.
here?
Yep, correct.
Okay. And do you think that it's going to be a fit that works within what the city is requiring of you for your barriers?
Absolutely. We've been doing it for years.
Okay. Well, that's the thing about Astoria is that people have been doing sidewalk dining for many years. And so with us, I think it's just a matter of making sure that they understand what the city is doing since they have added this whole new process, which is new within the last year and a half or so. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to ask us?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, well, good. Thank you for coming out tonight, and I hope that the weather clears up and everybody is sitting outside eating and drinking.
Thank you.
Okay, Pal Tarajo, is that it? Have we got them in here? I just admitted somebody from the waiting room. Okay, yeah, we're in. Pal Carajo, do we have you? All right, they are on Northern Boulevard, 2 tables, 4 chairs. That is not huge. If necessary, we can have a look at what it is like, but unless anybody would like to mention something or knows the place or something like that, I think we can move on. Okay, and now we have Bear Burger, which has a rather large sidewalk area. We got Bear Burger?
Yes, Jimmy's here. Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
Jimmy. I miss your spot over there at 31st Street by the train station.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing some construction there soon, I think.
Yeah, well, they've been digging up the street.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you're over on 31st Avenue with the Bear Burger and 10 tables, 28 chairs. Do you have the frontage to really do that comfortably?
Absolutely.
Great. Okay, and then was there anything that the city asked for that you found difficult or that you felt like you couldn't do?
No, we went back and forth a few times. We've made some amendments to whatever their requirement was. So I think everything is hashed out with them. And
Okay.
I think we're all square.
Okay, well, that's good to know. And once again, Bear Burger is a place that has been around for a while and is a local chain that knows what the city wants. It's not actually a national chain.
Yes, the first location was here actually, 2009,
Yep.
31st Avenue. So
Yeah, and I'm a fan.
thank you.
I can say that I'm a fan of many of these places because I've lived in Astoria for 30 some years and have patronized many of the places.
I appreciate that. Really
Sure. Okay, well, thank you. Okay, now we're next moving to review of adding, removing contiguous and or non-contiguous municipal space with our friends from Taverna Kyklades. Okay,
Hi, good evening.
Good
I'm the representative, Frank Nalaveco.
Okay.
The owner had a family matter to deal with, so she couldn't make it, Katerina Skanderi.
Okay, and then what we're discussing then is, as Florence was explaining it, it's similar to the liquor license application. It just has a different name. Is that correct, Florence?
Yes, so I put this on in a separate manner so the committee would see it and it would stand out this one time. In the future, all of these will go included with the liquor license applications and it will be marked as M for municipal space. So these entities are applying specifically for outdoor seating areas, and it's called a municipal space, and they call it contiguous or non-contiguous. So non-contiguous referring to the street and contiguous referring to the sidewalk.
Got it. So where exactly are these additional, where the additional seats located? Because I was going by there the other day. Yeah, please tell.
It's not so much additional seating. What it is permission from State Liquor Authority to serve alcohol on the sidewalk.
I see.
Right, this notice was for them to start the alteration application, which is going to allow us to serve on the sidewalk.
Okay, and when will this be happening, or is it happening shortly?
I'm going to submit in the next 2 weeks the application. I don't know how long they're going to take to approve. This is something brand new. For all the years prior to this, it was really an automatic. It was as long as you stated it in the original application that you were going to serve on the sidewalk, then permission was given. So this is like a new procedure that they're putting out.
Madam Chair, may I jump in?
Yes, you may.
So what's happened is there was a business open such as Kyklades, and they had a liquor license already. They would simply send an alteration. Because of the fact that everything has been moved over to DOT and DOT has no purview over liquor licenses, there are many new entities that never had a cafe before. So this new form for liquor was created to run in alignment with DOT and State Liquor Authority. There are no additional chairs, as Frank said. It's just notifying the board 30 days in advance that a business that's having a sidewalk cafe or a street cafe is applying to put liquor in their cafe, or wine or beer, I should say, because you could go either way.
Okay, well, thank you. That really explains some stuff. And as the DOT and SLA learn to work together, I'm sure we're going to see some updated forms, and there will be more questions, I'm sure. So now that we know that, this is additional information for us that we can use. So thank you very much to Verna Kaikladis.
Thank
and
you.
yeah, once again, I hope that everybody has an awesome summer, outdoors especially.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, now we are moving on to the applications from the various dispensaries. We're going to be starting with Astoria Herbs and Hives at 3414 Broadway, which will be a retail dispensary. Are you here? We have them. Okay.
She was here, Madam Chair. Her name is Hassan Partovi. Hassan, are you still here? She was here. She was here earlier.
Okay, because I'm looking at the grid and we have a lot of people in here. I don't actually.
S-A-N.
Okay. I don't see her. She may have accidentally gotten off. Okay, we'll hold on to that for a minute and see if she comes back. Next up is Life Charms with a Z, 4303 Broadway, also a retail dispensary. Life Charms, are you here?
Hello, I'm here again.
Yes, I remember you.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are things going?
I'm sorry. It's low. It's a little loud over here. My kids are home, but I'm just proposing to change the location, which I've already gotten the approval from the Office of Cannabis Management. I just wanted to present it to the board.
Right. I remember we discussed this last month. So fill us in on what's happening.
So from last month, I just changed the location. So I was proposing the location at 3219. I moved forward with 4303, and I do have the approval there.
Okay. So what is different about the locations? Because I know you told us that, you talked about the way you want to run this and your security and your woman-owned business and stuff like that. So what has changed since, other than the fact that you have moved the location?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, so you're still someone who has a firm security plan. You are within the appropriate distances to the places that you're not allowed to be near, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and when do you expect to open?
Hopefully within the next 2 to 3 months.
Okay, great. So that's good to hear. Do you have any questions for us, or does anybody on the committee have a question for? Yes, Marie has her hand raised. Marie.
Why did you change location?
Me and my partners, we picked a place that was more affordable for us.
Oh, okay.
No other reason.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Real estate. Okay.
Through the chair.
Yes.
All of these are relocations. For your information, it's just they have to notify the community board. Astoria Urban Hive also has the license already. They are moving.
Okay.
They only have to notify the board. There's no necessary vote.
All right, so they put in their application, they've got the approval, they've signed off on all of the things that they are required to do as a legal dispensary, correct?
Precisely. You and I discussed this on the phone.
Well, you know what? I'm always glad to just go over it again because I don't ever want to miss something that's really important that I should know that I don't know about. So, okay. Thank you, Life Charms, and good luck to you. And now, okay. HGH Group, are you here? I do not see them. Were they also moved, Florence?
Yes, let me just find his name on the list. Bear with me a moment. Haroon, are you here? Haroon? He actually had said
yes, I'm here. Sorry about that. I was trying.
No worries.
Thank you.
Okay, so we hear that you are basically, you've already had the license approved and you are moving house, so to speak.
Oh, no, that's not me. That was,
Oh, okay.
I believe somebody else.
Okay, so now tell us about, you know, you've done all of your due diligence and stuff, and we generally have questions coming through like, what are your plans for security? What are your plans for keeping out the kids, et cetera, et cetera?
Correct. Yeah. So for security, we were definitely going to hire some security out front. We were not going to put any strobe lights up or anything. All the dark letters and all that. We're going to be OCM compliant. So yeah, we're really going to just follow the guideline and do whatever they ask us to do. Make sure we don't overstep the boundaries.
Okay, so I think that what's happening in the neighborhood with the unlicensed places is that they are both selling to kids and they're selling stuff that is not weed. So you're someone who is totally solid about that, right?
Yes, I have nothing to do with the old people or anyone who was doing anything illegal there. That's not what we're gonna do at all. We're gonna have all the equipment to check the licenses for anyone who comes in with the proper security guards out front, to make sure that we're going to be a good neighbor for everyone in Astoria.
Okay, well, that's what we want to hear. And frankly, I think that the license and regulation process is better and it drives out the people who aren't being good neighbors, so to speak.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
do you have any questions for us as a community board, or are there things that you would like us to know?
Not right now. I mean, I've been speaking with Lauren. She's been a great help. So thanks to her, I feel like I'm in good hands.
Okay, well, that's great. All right, well, thank you so much for coming out. Are you open now?
Pardon me?
Are you open now or are you opening soon?
No, we're opening soon. We're not open yet. We're just we put in the municipal hearing board, and then I was told to come here and speak. And once you guys approve that, then we can go ahead and do the next step with OCM and get it on open.
Okay, well, thank you for coming out tonight and we appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, now we are moving right along and now we are going into the other liquor licenses. As you can see, we have about 24 people applying for liquor licenses, and now is the time in the committee meeting where we ask the community police officers in the 114th if there are things that we need to know about the people who want new or renewed licenses. Are we? Okay, someone just came in. Have we still got the 114 here? I don't see them. Well, we can follow up with them because they usually pass along stuff during the process. If there's somebody who is an outlier, so to speak, then we hear from the 114 as each one of these is turned in. We did have a couple of places to look at this evening, and if you were here earlier, you saw El Mariachi, who, as far as we can tell, is operating without a liquor license. So they had withdrawn because their rep and their owner couldn't agree as to what was actually going on. And if you actually want to look it up yourself, go to their Instagram because they are absolutely advertising free drinks for ladies and free hookah. Evie, do you have something to say?
Are you referring to El Mariachi
That's what I
or
meant.
La Macarena?
El Mariachi. That was my bad.
So they closed.
I'm talking about La Macarena Corp, 3329 Astoria Boulevard.
Okay.
They were the ones who were here before with the owner and their rep, and there was some confusion about who was actually repping them, and the owner doesn't know anything about what's going on there. So yeah, they asked to withdraw their application, as did the former Barrio, because their owner was not here, and we did want to ask them some questions based on the fact that they were a problematic location previously with their outdoor. And we want to hear the owner say that there's not going to be that kind of problem again. So they withdrew their application until next month. So Those are the two that I would consider the most problematic, since we are all out there in the community. If anybody knows of issues with any of these other places, a lot of them are basically restaurants that serve beer, wine, or liquor, and there are some clubs. But I have not seen in the reports from the 114 anything about people who are doing things that are annoying to the community. Does anyone want to comment on that, or does anybody have something to share?
Well, my question was about El Mariachi on
Yes.
Broadway, because it
Okay.
closed, so I still see them on the list. I think they,
Oh, I did not realize they had closed. I was just
Yes.
going by there the other day. Yeah, 3311 Broadway, El Mariachi. Okay. Lawrence, do you know if they're actually closed, or have they closed pending?
I actually sent an email to the chair of the board, the chair of the committee, and the vice chair.
I'm sorry.
When
I
a
thought I was-
business, it's okay, it's not a problem. When a business closes, they don't have to notify the board office. So what happened was they applied for their liquor license. They then closed and sold the business. Even if we process the license, because they're closed, obviously they wouldn't have a license, but they do not have to notify us.
Okay.
So the
if
chair
that
of the
license
board
is
noticed that they were not open any longer.
approved-
I followed up with the representative and confirmed it and sent it back in an email.
Right. So if this is just sitting here then, if SLA somehow approves their liquor license, the next people can't just have it, or can they?
Nobody can use somebody else's license.
I see. Okay. So,
It's irrelevant.
okay. All right. And so we will keep an eye on them, and if whoever does come in there, we will make sure that they do the appropriate stuff for their own liquor license. Okay. Now, I'm very grateful to everybody who's come out tonight and asked questions and things, because we are down towards the end of our agenda, which means, is there any old business to bring up for the committee? Does anyone have any old business? Feel free to just sing out, Louise. Okay. New business. Do we have some new business before us? Anybody? Marie?
Yes. So I think it would be great if we get information on what did Florence call it, the municipal license. Florence, if you could do that, that'd be great.
What would you like? I can tell you anything you want to know.
No,
right
no,
now.
I wanted, no, an FAQ maybe would be good.
You want me to type something out for you? We received.
Okay, or send it, or put the link in the chat. That would be even better.
Yeah, or a copy
There's
of the
no-
form, just so we
may
know
I-
what we're talking about.
No, the link to the application itself, so we can look at it. That's all.
Well, the application is on the New York State Liquor. I'll email it to you. I can't do it right now. It's on the New York State Liquor Authority's website. It's a regular application, just like the 30-day notice. The only difference is the top portion calls it a municipal form. It's
Okay, great.
exactly. So anybody can go, any individual can go on the New York State Liquor Authority
Okay,
website.
I'll do that then.
I'll email it to the committee tomorrow morning.
Great, because I would like to have a look at that, because I expect because of this, we will have more questions coming up.
It's exactly the same thing. It's just saying that it's for a cafe. There's no difference.
Well,
It's
we had
just,
2 questions about it tonight. We were able to answer them satisfactorily, so I'm glad about that. Now, Evie, did you also have a question?
no, I was just saying perhaps that information could just be sent to the committee
I'd love
before
it.
the meeting.
I think that's
I did indicate that I'll be more than happy to do that.
Doesn't even need to be any PDF or anything, but a link so that for our own information, we can look through and figure out it in our own heads how this is going to work, because some people will come in again wanting to know how it works. And because, as you pointed out, SLA and DOT are now working together, this is a slightly new point of view. Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, they're not working together. They're working in alignment, not working together. I don't want to
side by
mislead.
side. That's what I'm looking for. This particular, the sidewalk and stuff, regulations didn't exist 2 years ago. So now we're working with it as it evolves. So we're just going to keep on top of it and continue to make it as intuitive as possible for the good business owners of Astoria to do good business. That's my attitude.
Right.
Yay. All right. Does anyone else have anything else to bring up, old, new, or just general information that will make us all happy?
Well, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm sorry I'm late. I had an emergency in one of the restaurants. My name is Aiden Olivares, owner of Astoria Taco Factory.
Oh, yes. We were talking about you. I love your
Yes. Oh, great.
Yeah. I had your pozole last night.
Oh, really? Did you like it? I'm glad.
I love it.
Great. So I'm presenting myself because we are one of the places in Astoria that have applied for the roadside cafe.
Mhm.
And we are in the process of getting everything together. You guys, Florence, being very helpful to expedite the approval process with the community board, and hopefully we'll get up and running in a couple of weeks after everything is approved. But if you guys have any questions for me about the
Well, we
cafe,
just wanted to find out if you were able to learn what you needed to know from the city application. And as I recall, you're a corner property, so you're going to have some down the side street and then some on 21st, correct?
yeah, I actually somebody from the city called me directly. They had an agent, and so after that they were in contact with me for about couple of days every now and then, making sure that all the paperwork was in order, all the permissions from the landlord, everything was. We had to do some adjustments to the area of the cafe. Instead of 8 feet, we went in half a foot, so it's 7.5. So we give more space to traffic. So far so good, but
Okay.
it was a little tedious. It was.
I'm hearing that, yeah.
But if you guys have, I'm sorry to interrupt, but if you guys have any questions about Astoria Taco Factory, or how we do business, or how will we proceed on business with the Rosa Cafe, and also we got a liquor license last year, and we're operating just recently. If you guys have any questions, feel free.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, well, good. And I look forward to actually dining in over there. And
All right.
You're kind of our go-to in our house.
Oh, I'm very happy to hear that. We've been trying very hard for the last years to be a neighborhood restaurant.
Yeah, well, I think that you're doing a good job.
Thank you so much. All right.
Okay. Thank you for coming in, and we appreciate it. All right. So last call for any old business or new business or anything in general. Evie.
Madam Chair, I was able to locate the form. I did put it in for you for the chat, and I did email it to all the committee members. So it's in the chat, and additionally, it is in the email to the committee members. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, Evie, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to note that we have some new board members who joined the meeting tonight. So I don't know if you had a chance to have them introduce themselves, but
let's do that.
joined
We
late.
definitely need to do that.
Okay. You could take yourself, put yourself on camera if you want, or I can kind of point out who they are. But we have Christina Chase, who's a new board member.
Oh, welcome. Welcome.
There's Christina. Christina. We have Dominique Robinson.
Peace, everyone.
Hi, Dominique.
Hi, Dominique. It's wonderful. I may even have to turn on my video and you get to look at my sideways face here because I'm looking at the big screen. Welcome. We're very glad to have you.
Now, we have Phyllis. Kara. Many of you know Phyllis because she comes to a lot of the board meetings and
yes.
the donuts.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh,
Phyllis
yeah.
is here.
I see you on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. And then also, I think this might be our new board member, Pablo 85. I don't know if that's Pablo Zuniga, who's a new board member as well.
Yes, hi, this is Pablo.
Hey, how are you, Pablo? Okay, wasn't sure 100%
Very good, thank
if it
you.
was you. How you doing? Welcome. So I just wanted to, just have the opportunity to say hello to the new board members and thank them for joining the meeting and getting to know some of the things that we do here. And we'll see
Thank you very
all
much.
in person on Tuesday.
Oh,
Thank you, very
please
happy.
introduce yourself on Tuesday, because I'll be sitting there, kibitzing as I usually do.
I will.
I got
Thank you.
everybody in terms of new board members.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm thrilled. Hi, Phyllis. I'm thrilled that we have more members of the committee, and I look forward to talking with you and getting your input, because nothing makes the committee better than people who are out there in the community and know the businesses that we're talking about. So I really appreciate it. Okay, thank you, Evie, for doing
Glad
that.
to help.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Now, really last call. Is there anybody who would like to say anything or give us a hello or anything like that? If not, then I'm calling for a motion to adjourn.
I make the motion.
All right, second. Jean Marie. Okay, so unless there's anything else at all, I'm very glad to have met you all virtually, the new folks, and I will see you again next week at the community board meeting. And thank you very much for your time this evening and all the work that we got done. Much appreciated.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you, Harish Studios. Please end the meeting.
Good night, everyone.